For over 1,000 years, one family has stood at the center of British life, a symbol of tradition, power, and enduring fascination, the House of Windsor. But behind the grand palaces, the glittering tiaras, and the waving crowds lies a story far more complex than you might imagine. A story filled with earth-shattering scandals, hidden secrets, and the constant struggle for survival in a modern world. Today, we're pulling back the velvet curtain to explore the real story of the British royal family. Let's rewind a bit. The monarchy wasn't always just about garden parties and cutting ribbons. For centuries, they held absolute power. Kings and queens made laws, declared wars, and their word was final. Think of Henry VIII, a king so powerful he broke away from the Catholic Church just to get a divorce. Or Queen Victoria, the grandmother of Europe, who reigned over a global empire on which the sun never set. Their influence shaped not just Britain, but the entire world. But as the world changed, so did the role of the monarchy. The rise of democracy meant their political power began to fade. They transitioned from rulers to symbols, becoming what's known as a constitutional monarchy. Their job description changed. Now, it was about embodying national unity, performing ceremonial duties, and most importantly, staying relevant in the public eye. This shift from absolute power to symbolic influence is crucial to understanding the pressures the family faces today. And with that public fascination came intense media scrutiny. Suddenly, every royal move, every relationship, and every misstep became front-page news. This brings us to the first major scandal that truly rocked the modern monarchy, the abdication crisis of 1936. King Edward VIII was faced with an impossible choice: the crown or the woman he loved, an American divorcee named Wallis Simpson. In an age where the king was also the head of the Church of England, which forbade remarrying after divorce, this was a constitutional crisis. His decision to abdicate, to give up the throne for love, sent shockwaves across the empire. It was a deeply personal drama played out on the world stage, forcing his shy, stammering younger brother, the future King George VI, Queen Elizabeth's father, into a role he never wanted. The crown had been shaken, and it was a stark lesson in how personal lives could threaten the very institution of the monarchy. Fast forward a few decades, and we arrive at the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Her time on the throne was marked by a commitment to duty and a quiet dignity that earned her immense respect. She navigated decades of immense social and political change, from the end of the British Empire to the digital age. But even her steady hand couldn't completely shield the family from turmoil. The 1990s were particularly brutal, a period the Queen herself famously called her annus horribilis, or horrible year. This was the decade of the War of the Waleses. The fairy tale marriage of Prince Charles and Princess Diana had completely unraveled in the most public way imaginable. There were leaked phone calls, tell-all interviews, and competing media campaigns. Diana's bombshell interview, where she famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage," referring to Charles's relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, blew the lid off the carefully constructed image of royal decorum. It revealed a family struggling with the same human dramas as anyone else, but under a global microscope. The tragic death of Princess Diana in 1997 was a watershed moment. The initial reserved reaction from the palace was met with an unprecedented outpouring of public grief and anger. People felt the monarchy was cold and out of touch. Flowers piled up outside Buckingham Palace, and the nation demanded a show of emotion from their queen. In the end, the Queen did address the nation in a live broadcast, a rare and personal move that helped to quell the public backlash. It was a powerful lesson for the monarchy. To survive, they had to listen to the people and show their human side. Diana's legacy forever changed the dynamic between the public and the royals, paving the way for a more emotionally open and modern approach. In the 21st century, the challenges have only evolved. The younger generation of royals, like Prince William and Prince Harry, grew up in this new reality. They were tasked with modernizing the monarchy, making it more relatable and engaged with contemporary issues like mental health and environmentalism. For a while, it seemed to be working. The wedding of William and Kate Middleton felt like a fresh start, a modern royal love story. The addition of Meghan Markle, an American actress, to the family with her marriage to Prince Harry was hailed as a huge step forward, a sign of a monarchy embracing a more diverse and global future. But then, history seemed to repeat itself. The intense media pressure, alleged palace intrigue, and clashes over tradition versus modernity led to Megxit. Harry and Meghan's shocking decision to step back as senior working royals and move to America created another seismic rift within the family. Their subsequent interview with Oprah Winfrey, where they made serious allegations of racism and a lack of support, was as explosive as Diana's interview decades earlier. It reignited debates about the role of the monarchy, its relevance, and its internal culture. Once again, a personal family drama became a global event, dividing public opinion and leaving the institution facing another existential crisis. And let's not forget the other shadows that have loomed over the family, such as the scandal surrounding Prince Andrew and his association with Jeffrey Epstein. This created a legal and public relations nightmare that further damaged the family's reputation and forced Andrew to step back from all public duties. These events show that no matter how much they try to control the narrative, the secrets and scandals of the past and present are never far from the surface. So, where does this leave the monarchy today? As we move into the reign of King Charles III, the institution is at another crossroads. He inherits a crown that is both powerful in its symbolism and fragile in its standing. The challenges are immense: navigating family rifts, addressing past controversies, and proving its value to a new generation, many of whom are skeptical of inherited privilege. The future of the crown depends on its ability to adapt, to connect with the people it serves, and to balance 1,000 years of tradition with the demands of the 21st century. The story of the British royal family is more than just a history lesson. It's a gripping, ongoing saga about family, duty, love, and power. It reflects the changing face of Britain itself and holds a mirror up to our own fascination with celebrity, tradition, and the secrets that lie behind closed doors. What do you think the future holds for the monarchy? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the secrets of the crown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into history.